everybody, and welcome to today's episode of DownStream Outdoors. Today on DownStream Outdoors, we're back into the trapping again. Bill Weaver's back. Bill is going to actually do a special on this one. This here one, he's actually taking my oldest son, Gabriel, and he is teaching him how to do a dirt hole set. It leads to some interesting video. Check it out.
One of the best things about getting out and trapping is you can bring the kids out into the wild. You know, just like fishing or hunting or anything like that. You can bring kids out here and you can teach them how to trap and get them out into the wild and learn things. So I'm going to teach him here how to make a dirt hole set. So go ahead and you can dig your trap bed up. And what I'm going to have you do is the trap will sit right in here. So you'll dig that up right there. Yep.
Probably leaving a big human trail, but
it's okay. Human scent, people talk about human scent all the time, and you do want to be kind of careful and try to keep as much human scent as you can down. But in the areas that I trap, there's a lot of human activity around, so the animals are kind of used to the smell of humans, and after a few days of the trap being in the ground, why, the human scent's going to be kind of dissipated a little bit, and they'll come in if they really want the lure. That hollow sound?
probably a rock.
Tree root. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and pull that back out, if it'll come back out. Okay. Now go ahead and just move over this way a little bit with your cord right here back.
Did it?
Keep going. Don't get tired yet.
Oh, that's starting to get hard.
You can do it. You don't want some animal getting loose and dragging Bill's foothold trap around the woods. That would be cruel and inhumane.
Yeah, probably.
There you go. You're getting it. Nobody ever said trapping was easy. If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
There we go.
Now, you got it to where the cable's all buried and the chain's just sticking out, or you still got some cable sticking out?
Actually, the cable's right here.
Okay, we'll lift your trap up. See how much cable's sticking out. There you go. Okay, we're good. So pull that out. Now give that a good tug. Just pull the whole thing. A little bit more. There you go. All right. Now go ahead and set your trap. If you can't get it, since they're a little bit stronger than what I had you practice on.
Right.
Uh-oh. Now let's see if he can get himself out of that.
Probably not.
Now, that's a good indication right there. He didn't scream, he didn't yell. It might be a little bit tight on his hand, but he's not screaming. This shows that the foothold trap isn't inhumane.
It's kind of hurt though.
Fingers all right?
Yeah.
Bill set it up for you, and then you can do the rest, okay? Take your glove off, let me see your fingers.
Well, I cracked my pinky, please.
Yeah, you got some indents, but you'll be all right. Nothing's broken. There you go, he's got it set for you.
I had to crack my pinky back in place.
Watch. There you go, pick it up by your ears.
Don't push on your pan.
Now you remember how Bill was packing it in underneath the jaws so it didn't wobble, it didn't shake.
I'll show you another little trick where you're setting that so that doesn't snap on you again. What we'll do is we'll just lift that loose jaw right up there.
Just watch your pan.
Just don't push on that pan. Now did you see how that wobbled to the back? Back toward that rock?
Yeah.
You want to pack a little bit more down in behind that. Yep, you can, if you need to, you can pick the whole trap right up, back up out of there, and just watch. If that closes, it's going to get your hand again. Okay, now put a little bit more dirt right down into that hole there. Okay, now set your trap back in. Okay, that doesn't wobble to the back quite as much. Go ahead and pack some of that back around there. Watch you don't get your hand in the pan again.
Yeah. Ain't out of dirt.
Okay, go ahead and take the white bucket and sprinkle some of that into the sifter there.
A little bit more. If you have extra, you can put it back in the bucket. There you go.
Sit that over there. Okay. Now just take the back of your hand. Just go over that real nice. Just be very careful you don't push down. Okay. You need just a little bit more over top of it there. This up right here. You can still see the hinge to the spring there, or the jaw there.
We're out.
Yep. Okay. Now what I'll have you do is I'm going to have you take this, poke it right underneath that rock and make a nice little hole that it makes it look like there's a mouse or something like that living in there. This is a small dirt hole set. There's different variations of the dirt hole set where you can do large dirt holes, small dirt holes, everything of that nature. And now what we're going to do, take a stick. I'll get some lure here for him. Or some bait, actually. This is a predator bait.
Does it say horse meat?
It says horse meat. We'll take a good sized glob of that. Sometimes I actually use a spoon. Now you can just put that right into that hole that you just set right there.
Just leave the stick in there?
Yep, you can just let the stick right in there. And now you can just squeeze a little bit of that right onto that rock. Just right up onto the rock there. There you go. Perfect. There's one thing with kids. Don't get mad at them. Unless, of course, they're running around and they're jumping on all your traps and everything. You don't get mad. You're out here to teach them. Let them set the trap the way that they want to. And as you're going and as you have them out into the field more, you show them more. You take them and, you know, you just can't get worked up with kids. You know, let them set the trap and see what they catch. And if they catch something, that's great. If they don't, it was a learning experience for them.
Well, everybody, that about does it for this week's episode of Downstream Outdoors. Once again, I want to thank Bill Weaver for sharing so much of his trapping knowledge with not only me and not only you, but my children as well. My children were there for every one of the episodes that's been shot so far, and I hope they learned something. I hope I learned something, which I know I did. I hope you learned something. We're going to do more of these trapping episodes with Bill. There's many other kinds of traps he's going to set for us and other animals he's going to trap for. Once again, you know, he was showing my son Gabriel here how to do a dirt hole set, and one of the things that actually happened was Gabriel actually got his hand caught. Okay, it was kind of hold your breath, and then you could laugh it off because you saw he wasn't really in any great amount of pain. So that actually shows you the humanity of these traps. The animal's not sitting there suffering for, you know, a couple hours while waiting on the trapper to come and, you know, basically, you know, ended humanely for the animal. So, I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions about, you know, the traps, you know, the horrific things. They're really not. They're just restraints. That's all they basically are. I'm not going to try to argue, you know, with Peter or anybody else like that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to learn something. I'm here to hope you learn something. So until next time, keep your line wet and out of the trees.